Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to configure static routes on a Cisco router. Static routes are essential for directing traffic when dynamic routing is necessary or is not necessary or practical. Whether you are managing a small network or creating a lab like this, understanding static routes is essential. A static route. Let's first talk about what is a static route. A static route is a manually configured route that tells your router how to reach a specific network. Unlike dynamic routing protocol like SPF or EAGRP, static routes don't automatically update. They are fixed and only change when you manually modify them. For this demo, I have two routes, router 1 and router 2. Each router have a network or a LAN behind each router, and we want router 1 to know how to reach router 2 LAN, and vice versa, or router 2 know how to reach network behind router 1. So let's start our configuration. Here I have router 1 and router 2. So the first step is give a command enable, then conft or configure terminal. I need to rename first my router. I give this command host name R1. I did the same on router 2. R2. So here, as you can see from my topology, I have a point-to-point between router 1 and router 2. So first step, I have to configure the IP configured on each interface here. So I start by router 1. I configure the interface gig 1. I give the IP. Port 1. No shots. I give the interface. I configure also the interface behind the router 1, which is the gig 2. IP address 30.0.0.1. No shots. I do the same on router 2. Shots. Configure interface to gig 2. Dots. 255. Zero. No shots. So The next step, I check my configured IP by giving this command, show IP interface brief, to confirm if and every IP is well configured on interface, is assigned on the interface, and they are up, as you can see here. Here it is also configured well. So the next step is to check if from the router 1 I can ping the point-to-point IP from router 1 to router 2. So I give a ping command, .2. Since I have one on my on router 1, I have to ping .2, which is configured on the router 2. So the ping is passing, and I do the same ping from the router 2, 68.1. The ping is passing. Wow. So the next step is to configure router 1 so that router 1 can reach the network that is behind router 2, which is network 10. So to configure this, to do this, is need to give this command, IP route or IP routes. Then I need to specify the network which I need or to reach, or the destination network. From router 1 I need to reach the network 10. So I give this, I write this network 10 as it is, 255, give subnet mask here. Then I need to specify the next hop IP address. So the next hop IP address is the IP that were configured between router 1 and the router 2. So to reach the network 10, you need to pass through the router 2. So the next hop IP address is 192.168.168.2. It is done. So I do the same on router 2. So I need to configure router 2 so that the router 2 can reach the network that is behind router 1, which is the network 30. So I give this command, the same command. When you need to configure the static route, this is the way, this is the syntax on Cisco router, IP route, IP route. Then I specify the destination network. I give the subnet mask. Then I need to specify the next hop IP address. The next hop IP address here is 192.168.168.1. Then I need to save my configuration first. So to check if my route were installed into my routing table, I need to give this command, show IP route. I need to see the route length from the router 1. So as you can see, from router 1 routing table, I can see I have the network 10, which is length via the point-to-point IP or .2 here. it is learned via statically. So, and from router 2 show IP route, and from router 2 I can see that from the routing table I learn the network 30 via the point-to-point IP or .1 statically. So the last test is to check if from the router 1 I can reach the network behind router 2. So to do that, I need to ping the network, the IP that was configured on router 2.1. As you can see, the .1 here were configured on gig 2 here. So from router 1, if I have configured it well, I should be able to reach from router 1, should be able to reach this interface IP. It is successful. And from router 2, ping 30.0.0.1, and it is successful. This is how to configure a static route. It is simple and it is powerful tool for controlling traffic flow. Make sure you understand them well. They are useful in small networks, lab like this one, and special situation where you need to control tightly the routing decision. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more networking tutorials.